So, the Outer Worlds. Holy shit! It is so goddamn relieving to actually play a game that actually is a game and not a live service, monetized, recurrent user spending AAA game that. It just flummoxes me that the fact that we actually have a game that is a game. After how many years now? Just fuck you EA, fuck you Konami, fuck you Activision, and fuck you Ubisoft, fuck you Bethesda, and fuck you. Well, that's what trying to thought. Anyway, thank you to the private division for sending me this game. I'm enjoying it. I really am. Basically, if you haven't heard, the Outer Worlds is basically Fallout, but good. Not just to say that Fallout wasn't good. I thoroughly enjoyed Fallout 3, a game I didn't think I actually would enjoy, but here we are. Fallout New Vegas, even better, although I didn't like the color scheme. Orange is not really my kind of color. And Fallout 4, decent. I won't say it's great, but you know, it's a Fallout game until they ruined it with the paid mods that are not paid mods, but are still definitely paid mods. But anyway, the Outer Worlds. Yeah, it's just Fallout. Again, but good. It has a lot more depth to it, basically. But in terms of story, just the story alone. Like, as always, you get somewhat of a backstory, and nothing is really there. And I've got to say, I actually quite chuckled at a few instances of humour, especially at the very beginning. I've never laughed so hard at a game in a long time. Because every time they try and do humour, it comes off as inherently forced. But you meant to meet, at the very beginning, you meant to meet a captain who will help you get to grips with where you are, what you need to do. You crush him. He's dead. You got no one to actually guide you. Your informant is dead. That's the word I was trying to looking for. Informant. Your informant is dead. You accidentally killed him. That was funny. And then you see the graphics of what this game is, and this is on a PlayStation 4 standard, okay? It looks so goddamn beautiful. I spent most of my time, at the very beginning, just looking at the environment. I was so taken in by the environment. It wasn't just, oh hey, this looks futuristic, but it's got a 1950s aesthetic. Which they still carry on a little bit with this. But considering but Fallout is just Earth, but it's just dead. This is a whole new planet with life and energy, and you just tell. I just want to and I joked in the stream when I streamed this, can I just build a house here? I love these trees. I love this rock formation. And looking at the rings going across the planet, I just want to live there. Although I don't think it wants me there because I guarantee the actual psychic killer apes will kill me. But getting back to the story, it has humorous points, but then it kind of settles into its main draw, which is corporations and how they want total control over everything. And you can kind of see it today in real life, how corporations want to just twist your arm a little bit to make it seem like, oh hey, this is a problem going around, didn't mean to do it, but here's a solution, so you can pay us extra for that. It's that kind of mentality, but this is much worse, where you have to rent out grave sites. People are not people, not human. That's why you have the Human Rights Act, and when people actually get a bit iffy what you want to do to a body afterwards. It's like, yeah, no, you're an asset. You don't have any human rights here. You're an asset. If you kill yourself, that's considered damage to property. You're property in this game, and your character is meant to be like a colonist sent from the dying planet to new worlds ventured in the outer space on the galaxy's edge, and you're all but forgotten because this corporation has basically built their own history and saying, okay, yeah, you work there rest of your life. I don't care if you got a lovely singing voice. You are going to be a you're going to be a vendor for the rest of your fucking life. Deal with it. It is so bleak. But again, as I was saying, you're an outsider. You, even right now, me looking at through the eyes of this character, at this world, you can tell it is wrong. You know it's wrong, but no one will believe you because you have been missing for so long that the old world is basically a myth. And anything that could actually threaten to change this world that this corporation has made is considered sacrilege. And that is just frightening. So I have no problem shooting up all these people and saying, yeah, go fuck this corporation. Yeah, sure, you have marauders, raiders, you have, like I said earlier, alien apes. I'm not too sure one of them was psychic or not, or maybe these things just kept spawning. I got killed, the first time I died in this game was by alien apes. It's a little thing of a drawback. I'll quickly say this before I get into the gameplay, is not everyone is going to like this game as much as I do, or as much as, say, Bethesda, or even former Bethesda fans will do. Because it basically, this game is like slipping into a familiar pair of pants, or a old pair of shoes. It's familiar, it's comfortable, you get into the right mindset, and you can just you pick up everything as we're on the way. Like, what's a new button do this time? Oh, okay, instead of pressing X, you have to press square. Instead, there's a sprint button now. Okay, that's new. Instead of double tapping. And, okay, because of the PS4, I pressed the big square touchpad. Trying to understand what actually is a healing item, which is an edible. Or you can break down weapons, you can still repair them. You can repair them on the go now. Workbenches. It's all the same stuff you would be familiar with if it in a Fallout or an Elder Scrolls game, and it's just knowing where things have shifted to. Once you get familiar with that, it all makes sense. So, but again with the story, even though I went on so much about it, it is a slow boil. Within the first 2 hours, very little gets progressed. You get all this information thrown at you from the NPCs you meet and doing all these odd jobs, which apparently you can complete or botch it, which I find funny. And at time of speaking, I have botched one mission because I did the logical thing and fucked the entire town and got people fired and killed. Hey, other people want to live free as actual people. I'm with them. I'm with the hippies. Anyway, I think I just went about the gameplay, saying how it's familiar. Basically, everything you would actually expect from Fallout New Vegas, which I agree is the best. I prefer Fallout 3 because it's, I don't know, more familiar to me. New Vegas did have a lot more to it, and this is just New Vegas Plus. It's got its own ideas, it's got new worlds, not just one world, but multiple, and it's got a new slow down time mechanic because of you being stuck in cryogenic sleep for so long. It gets explained very early on in the game. It's not really a spoiler, but like with Fallout, you can level up. You've got perks. You can design your own character. You can distribute those perks and buffs to yourself, like more XP, more XP when killing enemies, or faster sprinting, or more carry weight, which is always fucking fun to have, saying, oh yeah, you're over encumbered. But I've been rambling long enough about this. I just really like this game. But like I said, only those who feel betrayed by Bethesda and have played Fallout or Elder Scrolls before will actually get into this game very quickly. To everyone else, it's a slow boil. But yeah, I can't recommend The Outer Worlds enough. When I first heard about it, I was determined to get it. I avoided all spoilers of it. Got it from Private Division. Again, thank you, Private Division, for sending me this game. I am loving the hell out of it. I'm not too sure when I'll stop. Probably when I see the credits.